Previously on Survivor Canberra versus the World. After Todd's immunity foiled their plans in the last round, Oscar, Sabrina and Pauline planned to move ahead with a big blindside on Todd.
Because I think if we do want to blindside Todd this round, which I do want to do, and I think we can pull the numbers for, he won't see it coming.
And we learned that Pauline did in fact score herself a hidden immunity idol in the Tribal Council voting booth. At the Immunity Challenge, an Idle Hands tournament decided who would be safe at the next Tribal Council. Even though Ed broke the prop on his way to the final against Sabrina, he put on a dominant display to win immunity. Back at camp, Todd wanted to split the vote between Eden and Bethany and move forward with the Canberrans. Lauren quickly shut down Todd's plan and shifted the target to Oscar.
Oscar's just all over the place with a big move, like trying to make a big move every 2 seconds. So to me, they're bigger risks in the long term.
Eden convinced Todd, Lauren and Ed that Sabrina was a bigger threat than Oscar, which once again shifted their target. Meanwhile, Eden and Bethany were making plans to flip and join Oscar, Sabrina and Pauline to vote out Todd. At Tribal Council, Bethany, who had been given conflicting information from all parties, called out for a clear signal.
No, in all seriousness, like, it's not a joke. My vote is 100% live.
Bethany and Eden ultimately flipped on the swapped Ginninderra tribe to vote out Todd and send him to the jury. 7 players remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
Todd just left, and to be honest, that was actually what I was expecting. They're the weaker players, and they will just, for safety, get rid of me and then you. And when you've got weak players playing together, of course they want to target threats. The fact is, there's a group of them that have been coasting through the whole game, who haven't had to make any particularly hard decisions, haven't had to fight particularly hard for survival. They got the majority in the tribe switch and just hung out, for most of yesterday.
Everyone agrees that Pauline's being carried to the end as a spare.
Oh, sorry, you've got a spider hanging around. Oh, I don't want it. Okay, I think it's gone.
Yeah, that was my new friend, and he was going to vote with me, and now you've gotten rid of him.
When lazy, weak players feel like they can't win because people are playing better than them, I guess they will do what they can about now. So now I have to go and try to do something to fix it and save myself. Otherwise, I am going out of the very next vote.
I'm feeling emotionally wrecked. I'm not a crier, so this is really new for me. Having emotions.
Like, it's hard.
My husband thinks I'm a sociopath because I don't cry all the time. Like, he'll cry watching like a TV commercial, and I cry constantly. But here, never anywhere else. At the very last second, when Lauren and I were walking up to Tribal, she said the name is Sabrina, and I'm like, that is news to me. She said they're playing me. I was told that you were the name. That's never what we were told you. Like Lauren, Ed, and Todd.
Yeah, that's who. Yeah. That's the 3 that voted.
As we were walking up, I said to Sab, like, "Oh, no, I'm not voting for you. Like, that's crazy. Like, why would I vote for you?" At the end of the day, I had said to one person I wasn't writing their name down, so that's where I've got to go.
Well, I appreciate it.
I had been told Todd, we had talked about Todd multiple times in multiple situations with different people. Todd was the name. But then going into that round, it was clear to me that Todd's the threat. Was the top threat.
So this, like you're not a threat, but like I feel like you are like, as I said, like someone that I feel comfortable sitting next to. Like you're obviously more physical than me, but that's okay. Like
I think I made the right choice to vote out Todd, but I don't know what to do about Lauren and Ed now. Like I think, do I go and see if I can go back to working with them? Like they obviously think that I've broken trust. I was looking for confirmation from like Ed or someone that would speak up. I didn't get it, and it sent me into like a panic.
Bethany had a massive paranoia attack and for some reason decided to believe Oscar, Sabrina and Pauline, 3 people she's had absolutely nothing to do with in this game the entire way through, believe their offer to the final 5.
I thought, if I don't put my vote on Todd...
No, I totally understand what you did, and I would have done the same thing.
Like,
and honestly, I was tempted because I knew, as soon as he turned around and said go with that plan, I'm like...
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm thinking, are they going to split between me and Eden? I was convinced Eden and I were getting played and the votes were getting split on us. And I just wanted to make sure that I voted with him and voted for Todd, just in case anything happened. I would go to Rocks. Like, I've trauma bonded to you and I've trauma bonded to Ed and Eden.
That's the way I feel. I just feel like we have had so much more game to play.
Yeah.
And the consistency over the last 24 hours has been, well, including Todd, Ed, you, me and Eden.
But Todd has been sketching me out. Like, I feel like I'm trauma bonded to Eden now. Like fully. And I was thinking, like, okay, if it's a Vivo and we go to Rocks, like, I'll go to Rocks for Eden. I'm going to fuck this up.
I said to you yesterday, you know, it was going to be you and I. Every single thing that I said I was going to do, the whole way through, I've done.
Both Bethany and Ed had flipped, and I honestly can't understand the logic of it. I just can't. Those 3 have done nothing other than decimate the rest of the Currawong tribe.
They haven't even had to play the whole game. All they've done, apart from decimating the old Currawong tribe, was hang out at Campbell Day yesterday.
So it is 100% my intention to go with you.
You know, Oscar wanted to make that power move because it was good for Oscar's game, because Oscar's in charge of the 2 girls. And I didn't want to make that move because it wasn't good for me.
He was, I told you, dead set on Todd.
Yeah.
Dead set on Todd.
Yeah.
He wants to make these stupid big moves when he's not made a whole move the whole game.
Okay, so should we go out?
Well, I'm easy with Oscar or Sabrina. Who do you want?
I don't care at this point.
Look, Oscar was always one of the targets because he is a loose cannon, because he's not playing strategically as much as he's just playing to make big moves and make a name for himself doing that, as opposed to having any real strategy. And Sabrina's just a dark horse.
Okay, so what do we do now? We need to go collect Eden and Ed and get them back on board.
Oh, Ed's on board.
Todd being voted off is a blindside to me.
Crazy.
That's huge because it tells me that I'm in the minority. I had no one talk to me about Todd getting voted off.
It was a good move. That's a good move. That's really smart getting rid of him.
he was such a threat.
He's a massive threat.
Yeah.
So that's a really smart move.
I'm sorry that you weren't like part
That's
of it.
okay.
I thought that you would have been.
No.
I think everyone saw me as Todd's ally. So I think me and Loz are probably going to be next.
I think it's so easy to get rid of in a couple of votes. And he's so on board. That's the thing, is I trust him implicitly.
Yeah, same.
We're going to have to try and work hard now to stay in this game. That might mean burning the bridge with Loz even, and just trying to jump in with that other majority.
Listen, like I've been real close with Todd and Loz, but maybe now's
A good time.
a good time to make a move.
Yeah.
How are we going? Yeah, I mean, what a wild run. Like, that's crazy, but the smartest call ever.
Yeah.
Like, I had no idea that's what you guys were doing.
I'll have to try and sell myself as someone that they can just utilise, manipulate. Just like the same thing I sold myself as for Loz and Todd, was being a weapon or a tool that they could just get an extra vote out of.
Like, now's probably the right time for Loz, right?
That's her.
I mean,
because
she's the biggest threat in my mind. I feel terrible doing this. She's been like the closest ally I've had this entire game.
Really good.
And so's Todd,
I
but
think that's the problem though, is Loz being your closest ally.
Yeah.
Like, I'm close to Loz.
Yeah.
She's
So I think I'm going to have to try and convince him to vote out Loz and not myself. That was a smart vote.
Sorry, guys.
No, that was a smart vote.
Sorry.
You said
I'm sorry
to me
for budging
before
you.
that Todd was so likable and so smart and so good at this stuff.
But it makes him such a threat too.
I thought if we couldn't get him
He
out
was
there,
so good at the game. Getting rid of him was a smart call.
If I was going to travel right now, I think it would be time to make a move on Oz, but I don't know whether I have enough standing in order to pull that one off. You gotta think about who you can beat, and like she's literally the best player in this game.
She
right
really
now.
is. So
By far.
if you guys are on board with that,
Yeah.
I'll jump ship now, and that's where my vote's going to
No, that sounds great.
Yeah, that was a rough one.
That was rough.
Thank you. But yeah, as soon as Todd said I'm going to play an idol, I was like, shooting myself. I was a bit, but then I thought about it.
You would
like,
never say that
yeah,
you're going to
if
play
you're
an
going to
idol,
blindside everyone,
yeah, no.
the fact that Todd said that he was playing an idol is what made me vote for him even harder, because if you're going to play an idol and try to like make it showy, you do it so no one knows. 5 votes going to Todd and I know 3 are coming to me and he said he's got an idol. I did pretty much, like I'm wearing
but,
yellow.
Like, when someone says I've got an idol, that's code for I don't have anything.
And and we all kind of realise that.
Yeah.
I feel like I've done the hard work to make connections with people to get them to trust me, and I think I've proven that time and time again by voting the way I'm going to say.
I'm surprised apparently Loz voted.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I am surprised by.
Yeah. It's alright. No hard feelings. Like
Oh, yeah, of course.
Ed and Loz both voted for me, but
Yeah, it's got
it's fine. I've made a connection now with Eden, and I feel like he wants to go to the final with me. I feel like Pauline wants to go to the end with me, and I feel like Oscar wants to go to the end with me. So my plan is to stay with those 4 plus Bethany. Bethany, to me, is another threat.
Well, I've been wanting to make a move for ages, but it's been
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Yeah, thank you.
Finally did.
Thank you. Yeah, that was so stressful though.
So stressful.
A new final 3 I'm kind of thinking is me, Pauline, and Eden. I think Eden brought up a good point before. I think both me and him are going to struggle for respect, just purely age-wise.
You're someone I'd probably love to go to the end with.
Yeah.
I just think we can, like, I don't know, the old people will have to pick one of us.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Pick one of the young ones.
I've kind of been talking to Oscar and being like, we're the young guys, no one respects us, we need to go to the end together.
I'm happy to, I would love to go to the end with potentially you and Pauline.
Yeah. I don't know if it's a final 3, if it's a final 2, but that's a final 3 I'd love. And Oscar's pitched to me, him and Pauline, final 3, and I actually really like that. I think that's my best shot. I think probably Loz and Sab are probably the 2 biggest threats out here. So
I would love, Loz, definitely Loz first.
Last round was a bit of a wake-up call. Just the perception that Sab's in charge.
Is that what people said though? That like when they were tossing up between me and Sab, is that what people said? Or like,
no,
is that
they
just
were
what
like that. So the reason for voting you was like, he's like a young kid, he wants to make big moves. What's his resume?
I'm worried that I don't feel like anyone sees me as a threat, and I'm worried that hypothetically if I end up in final tribal council, I'm going to get brutalized.
And the reason for voting Sab is she's running shit, she's the brains behind the operation, she's the mastermind. They think she got the, I don't know, do you know who got the idol from your tribe?
I don't know. I'm thinking Loz now.
The main threat I'm thinking about at the moment is Loz. I think Loz is a huge threat. I think the fact that Todd doesn't have the idol means Loz has the idol, I believe, which is scary.
We could write down Sab's name to like make sure it's a good split.
I would do it.
I could do it. And
would
then,
do it.
And well, the other 3 could just write down Loz's name. Yeah, and we just like low-key secretly vote Sab.
I think they're recognising now that I'm also a challenge threat as well as maybe a bit of a social threat.
Come on in. Welcome, Tribe and Croissant.
Okay. Well, are you ready for your next challenge? Yeah, we are playing for individual immunity, so Ed, can we get the necklace back, please?
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Back up for grabs.
So this challenge we are playing, it's a combination. We're doing a quiz and we're doing touchy subjects all in one.
This challenge is a combination of trivia and touchy subjects. Players will first be asked to fill out a questionnaire, asking a series of questions with the answers being only the names of remaining contestants. They are asked to answer each question with who they think best applies. Players must then guess what the popular answer was for each question. There will also be a series of trivia questions relating to geography and Survivor. At the end of both parts, the player with the most correct answers wins immunity and is safe from the vote.
So, we're going to start. So, everyone understand what they have to do?
So we're starting with the quiz portion of this.
Yep.
So our first category is geography.
Okay. So, question 1. The highest mountain in Africa is Mount Kilimanjaro, home to which country? Is it A, Kenya, B, Mozambique, C, Tanzania, D, Ethiopia?
All right, everyone got their answers? All right, reveal. All right, the correct answer is C, Tanzania. All right, question 2. Bishkek is the capital of which country? So A, Kazakhstan, B, Kyrgyzstan, C, Mongolia, or D, Turkmenistan? All right, everyone got their answers? 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, the correct answer is B, Kyrgyzstan. Loz correct, Bethany correct, and Sab correct on that one.
Okay, question 3. Which country does the Amazon River not flow through? A, Peru, B, Colombia, C, Brazil, and D, Ecuador?
All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. The correct answer is D, Ecuador. So we've got Sab and Pauline correct on that one. All right, question number 4. Which country is the smallest island nation? Is it A, Nauru, B, Tuvalu, C, Marshall Islands, or D, St. Kitts and Nevis? All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, the correct answer is A, Nauru. Loz, the only person getting that one correct. Good job.
So this is the final question of geography. Question 5. True or false? Mount Isa is a mining town in the Northern Territory.
Reveal. All right, correct answer is false. It's actually in Queensland. So Loz, Bethany, Pauline, Sab, Oscar, and Eden get that correct. All right, so we've got Loz in the lead so far.
Ed yet to get on the board. Let's see how he goes in the next section.
He might not like this category though. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll have to see his reaction.
We'll see. So the next category is Survivor. He's loving it.
Yeah.
Watch out, everyone.
All right. Question number 1. The US Survivor Season 3 was filmed in which African country? Was it A, Uganda, B, Kenya, C, Gabon, or D, Ethiopia? All right, reveal. All right, the correct answer was B, Kenya. So I've got Loz, Bethany, Pauline, Sab, Oscar, and Eden correct. Ed, unfortunately, not correct. All right, question number 2. Who won Australian Survivor Brains versus Brawn? Was it A, George Mladenov, B, Hayley Leake, C, Mark Wales, or D, David Ginat? All right, reveal. All right, the correct answer is B, Hayley Leake. So Pauline gets it correct, Sab gets it correct, Oscar and Eden get it correct.
Yeah.
Loz, Bethany, and Ed wrong.
Incorrect. All right, question 3. True or false? Pia Miranda won Survivor Champions vs Contenders Season 2 with an 8-1 vote over Baden Gilbert.
50% chance here, Ed.
That's it.
All right, reveal. The correct answer is false. She actually won 9-0. Pauline got it right, Oscar got it right, and Eden got it right.
Excellent. True or false? Australian Survivor player Lee Castledine was a professional cricket player that represented Queensland.
All right, everyone good? Reveal. All right, the correct answer is true.
Yes.
Ed gets it right.
Did you even change your... Was that the same answer as the last time?
I wrote it before you even read the question.
Yeah. So Eden got it correct, Oscar, Bethany, and Sab got it correct there as well. How many seasons has US Survivor filmed in Nicaragua? Is it A, once, B, twice, C, 3 times, or D, 4 times? All right, let's reveal. All right, the correct answer is D, 4 times. Season 21, 22, 29, and season 30. All right, so we've got Pauline, Sab, and Eden with that one correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've reached the touchy subjects portion, and just a reminder, you are now picking what you think the most popular answer was based on the forms filled out. Yeah, so you're writing a name, obviously, yeah.
Okay, touchy subjects. Question 1. Who do you think deserves to be sole survivor the most?
All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, well, the correct answer was Loz. So Bethany and Oscar got that one correct. Bit of a harsh one here. Who do you think deserves to be sole survivor the least? All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, the correct answer is Eden. So Loz, Sab, and I think that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, Loz and Sab got that correct.
Okay, you ready? Question 3. Who is being dragged to the end?
All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, the correct answer is Pauline. So Pauline correctly guessed herself there. Loz is also correct as well. All right, question number 4. Who mistakenly thinks they're in control of this game? Three, 2, 1, reveal. All right, the correct answer is actually Sab. No one got that right.
Interesting.
Interesting, very interesting.
Question 5. Who is the most trustworthy person in the game?
All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, we've got 2 correct answers for this one. We've got Ed and Pauline. So
Wow,
everyone got that
interesting.
right. Wow, how does that make you feel, Ed?
Really nice.
Yeah.
What about you, Pauline? Yeah.
All right, question number 6. Who do you think is most likely to stab you in the back? Three, 2, 1, reveal.
Interesting.
Okay, so this was a 3-way tie actually. We've got Sab, Eden, and Oscar. All right, so
yeah.
Bethany, Eden picked himself, revealing, and Ed also got that correct with Oscar.
Yeah. Question 7. Who is the most annoying member of the tribe? Okay.
All right, 3, 2, 1, reveal. All right, the correct answer is Ed, and he got it correct as well.
There's 2.
So, oh, Ed and, sorry, Pauline was also correct. Yeah. All right. All right, question number 8. Who is the most likable member of the tribe? All right, reveal. All right, the correct answer for this one as well is Ed. So Loz, Bethany, Sab, and Oscar got that one correct.
Okay, question 9. Who is the smartest person here?
All right, reveal. The correct answer is Sab. So Pauline, Oscar, Eden got that one correct. All right, last question. Who is most likely to be a bitter juror? Who's most likely to be salty if they get voted out? Who'll be the saltiest person here? Reveal. Alright, we've got 2 correct answers for this one. We've got Loz and Sab. So Loz correctly guessed herself. We've got Sab correct, and we've got Eden and Ed correct as well. Alright, so the winner of this challenge on 12 points was Sab. Congratulations, winner of individual immunity. Come get it. Alright, you might be the smartest person here likely to stab in the back, but you have individual immunity and you will be safe from the vote.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Alright, for everyone else, one of you will be the next member voted out of Survivor Canberra versus the world, so we'll see you at Tribal Council. Head on out. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, congrats, Sam.
That was
Thank
the
you.
big
I just never thought I'd be that kind of challenge.
wet
That's
and
awesome.
together. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
I'm safe for the next vote. No one can vote me out. My name came up a couple times that last tribal, so I have been a bit nervous. But yeah, I know I can't go home this time, so I'm feeling really good.
You must be feeling really relieved after that last time.
Oh, I feel relieved that I got that, but I do think
That's what I mean.
You know, some of the answers that.
Yeah.
I think I want to just take out Loz. She's been on my radar for a few votes, so now's the chance to take her out.
Do you want to say that Eden that like is your final four, and I'll say to Beth that she's my final four?
Yeah.
And
Sounds
then that
great.
way they both think they're final four, and hopefully don't want to flip to that final four.
Yeah.
Because they're bigger threats.
Yeah, let's do it.
Loz, extremely threatening, physically and socially and strategically. Big threat. Just want her out.
I'm feeling so good that you and Bethany voted with us at the last vote. Were they were obviously trying to swing you to vote against Sab.
I think that Beth's hesitation was that she just didn't know if you guys were being true.
Oh, yeah.
Because she'd heard the rumours of the split vote, but yeah.
No,
I think
that was just what Todd wanted to do, and I was like, yeah, 100% in with you, Todd.
We just got Todd out, now we can get Loz and keep up the momentum of what we've just done. Do you think we should finish the job?
Loz, yeah. But I think she can beat any one of us.
Anyone, she's so
She's
good.
the best
She's
out
the
of the
best.
final. Yeah.
That's why I was like, I can't sit with those three. I actually really like that I got voted as the least deserving to win, because that gives me a reason to stay in the game, that gives people a reason to keep me, and I still think I've got a compelling pitch at the end, no matter what. Also, something I talked about with Oscar, that we were kind of thinking would you maybe want to do a final three?
Yeah, 100%.
Because I feel like I got voted as least deserving to win.
I know, and I got voted the goatiest one.
The goatiest, and Oscar's like the young kid. I feel like we're the three that no one
No
feels
one
deserves it.
Exactly. No one expects that they all think that we've just coasted
Yeah.
whatever. I'm 100% in. Like, that sounds great.
We kind of have an alliance. We called it the Goats Alliance because, you know, Oscar's the youngest. I was voted least deserving. Pauline was voted most likely to be a goat. So I think the three of us together could come and be strong and make the power moves.
My ideal final three is myself, you and Pauline. I think we can all compete, and I think especially you have a different enough game to...
And I'm the least deserving. You're the youngest. Pauline is the goat that they said.
Yeah, and I think like Goat Alliance.
I think it's a good alliance.
My plan is Loz currently.
I'm just concerned about Loz having an idol, and obviously I know Ed, because we're just concerned that Ed's trying to pile all the votes on Loz. So I got what are your thoughts on just me and you, me and Sab just spoke about a split?
I don't think Bethany is on board.
I'm worried that she might have the idol, is my only concern.
What are the chances of Loz having an idol? Like, is anyone...
She hasn't cheated anything with me. And I guess I'd be the most likely.
Yeah.
Like, she may not have, but she hasn't cheated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I was voted was most likely to stab you in the back, which is probably true, to be honest.
Have there been any idols placed around since
haven't seen any
merge?
idols.
I haven't heard anything about an idol.
I'm having a great time. I'm enjoying myself, but I think I'm gone. I think I'm done for.
Should be a fun one.
Yeah.
Could be.
Ed and I needed immunity. One of us needed the immunity necklace in that challenge. Neither of us got it.
I don't know if I can convince them, but I've tried.
Oh, look, I don't. But the thing is, I don't think anything that I'm saying is
Incorrect.
unreasonable.
You're right.
That's the
No,
thing.
no, for sure.
They have zero chance with the three of them.
Yeah.
They've got a great chance
Yeah,
with the
just
two of us.
That's right.
I think it's either me or Loz next. If they don't vote me out next, they'll vote out Loz, and then I'll be after that. So I think my time here is short.
Like, we've had to fight and scramble and save ourselves and save other people and make big decisions and really do a lot. And so I think for us it's probably a harder one because I guess we saw you guys bonding over there without a lot of pressure on you, and I thought, so I guess that's probably why it's, no, I get it.
Sadly, I trust Loz the most in this game as well. So yeah, I think I'm just trying to survive to get to the next immunity challenge.
Listen, I've been telling those three. Loz.
Yeah.
But I think they've got a really tight group.
I don't
Those
think.
three over there.
So I think we're going to have to go for Oscar as our vote this round. I don't want to vote out Pauline.
I'm sorry.
I think they play for us. Truly, I think we vote. I think we vote out Oscar or Pauline at this point. We can't vote for Sabrina.
Which one is the bigger? Did we think Oscar?
My pitch is to Bethany and Eden because I can offer them what the other three won't offer them, and that is I will guarantee final three with them. If they come with me and Ed, I don't want to go to the final two with Ed.
Ed's with us.
Ed's with us.
And I want to take Ed to the end.
Yeah.
It'd kill me.
Yeah, he's so likable.
Yeah.
Wonders
So, I mean, I can
really-
give you my word. When
Yeah.
it gets to 4, I'm voting with you to get rid of Ed. Okay.
Sabrina, Pauline and Oscar spent all day yesterday over at Currawong with the numbers, clearly planning that they were going to just cruise all the way through to the final without having to do any work.
Here's my pitch to you, okay? They haven't played game with you for 2 days, yes? All they did was decimate your old tribe.
Yeah.
They were pissed off when they found out we voted off Andy because they wanted one of you voted off. And
Yeah.
Oscar said that at Tribal Council.
Yeah.
So it's not as if they wanted either of you around initially.
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to build their resume now, and the only way that they're going to be competitive at the end is to be sitting next to somebody whose resume is equally as poor as theirs.
And they're promising you something they're not going to deliver. There's 3 of them and 2 of you. So when it gets to 5, who do you think they're going to vote out next?
Of course us. And I think that was also the worry with...
But I said to Beth, I said right from the start, we would go to the end. And then it's you two against me.
They're not going to sit next to Bethany. They're not going to sit next to Eden. They're not going to sit next to me. They're not going to sit next to Ed because he's so likeable. They want to sit next... Sabrina will want to sit next to Pauline.
I think you're pretty safe either way, to be honest. Well, yeah, I'm getting dragged to the end. Well, but I mean, I don't think Sabrina and Oscar want to sit next to each other at the end, no matter what they've said to each other. Like, maybe they do. I don't know.
I believe that Oscar will want to sit next to Pauline because Pauline has nothing on her resume except that she's walked around all day today with a stale croissant.
And all that thing we've been saying, Sabrina being strong, Sabrina being smart.
Yeah, you were right. Yeah.
She is.
She is.
I feel like that threesome needs to be broken up. I don't know how entrenched Eden is with them, and I hope he will listen to me.
I'm completely open. 50-50.
Yeah.
So what I've been told by Pauline and Oscar is that they think Sab is the biggest threat, especially now, and that they would come for her next. I do actually get a sense from Oscar that he genuinely wants to stab Sabrina in the back at some point. Not that challenge. You can't take Sab to the end. They pitched a final 4 to me of the 4 of us.
Me, you, and the 2 girls.
No, me, you, Pauline, and Oscar. They were, and before the challenge, Oscar was like to me, it's either Sab or Loz, let's see who wins immunity, and then we can. So I don't, they could be playing me.
I still think the right move for me and for Eden are to like yo-yo back and forth a little bit between the 2 groups. I just think that we should try and swing between the 2 just 2 sets. Because right now, if we swing again on that other side, we outnumbered too much. If we take one of the other side out, then it's 2-2-2. There's Ed and Lauren, and there's Oscar, Sabrina, and Pauline. And we just took a number off the Ed and Lauren side by voting for Todd, and now I think we need to take a vote off the other side and vote for Oscar.
I've never
lied to you. I feel like I can speak frankly with you.
We can come to a decision.
I think I'm going to vote with Lauren and Ed.
I still don't know, because I'm worried that Lauren and Ed might at the final 6 be like, all right, enough of Beth and Eden.
No, I don't think we will.
This is the first one that's kind of weighed on me. Every other one has just felt like easy breezy, just a game.
It's all numbers.
It's all numbers.
And look at me. I said to you right at the beginning when we first started working together, we would work together.
Yeah. This one, I feel like I'm doing something bad to another human being that I like. I'm just so unsure.
This is what happened to me last time.
Yeah.
This is exactly what happened to me last time, and you're just going to end up crying now.
Yeah.
Emotional crying mess.
Come on in. And we'll now bring in the members of our jury. Aiden, Andrew, John and Todd voted out at the last Tribal Council. Being a bit cruel to the contestants.
All right, well, welcome back to Tribal Council. We did have an interesting challenge then, didn't we, the touchy subjects. Loz, you were called out for being the person people thought were the most deserving to be sole survivor. How did that make you feel, and do you think that made you a big threat now? Again, sorry.
Did I never stop being a big threat? I don't know. I mean, it's nice to hear, I suppose, in a weird way, knowing that by everyone hearing it, it's the very reason you're about to get voted out. So, I mean, if being a threat is playing a good game, doing what you've got to do to save yourself, trying to keep things interesting, then I'm a threat. And I've never tried to hide the way that I play. I think this whole concept of threats is that, a few people in the game haven't really had to start playing the game until lunchtime today, and have spent the first day and a half hanging out at another camp, systematically voting out other members of that tribe. And so all of a sudden at the absolute 11th hour you're trying to build a resume, then I guess, all of a sudden you want to make out that people are bigger threats than others and try to use that as a power move to push yourself forward. And if that's how it goes, well, cool. I wouldn't change the decisions I made.
Yeah, I guess speaking of resume, Loz, our jury's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so that's obviously something that people are thinking of towards the end. Pauline, you were voted most likely to be dragged to the end, so how did that make you feel, and sort of, I guess, how would you respond to that?
Look, I did get voted most goatiest player, and it doesn't feel great, but ultimately, it's one step at a time. I want to get to the end. Once I'm there, then I want to, plead my case to the jury. Everyone gets that fair shot, and I would use that, to the best of my abilities. But you can't do that unless you actually get to the end, and if that is by being dragged to the end, that's better in my case.
So you think it's better to not be there? It's better to be there. Doesn't matter how you get there.
Well, yeah, you can't win unless you're at the end. And maybe, if I get to the end, I won't win and I won't be able to win, but at least I'll be able to give it my best shot, and that's kind of how I've been playing this game so far, is just giving everything my all and just trying my hardest at every single bit, and that's what I would do if I got to the end as well. But I mean, it's certainly something to think about.
So Bethany, at the last Tribal Council, you were very confused about the vote and where you were putting your vote. Have you come into this Tribal Council with a bit more clarity?
Not overly, no. I think there's a lot of votes that are still sort of up in the air, maybe slightly. There were a lot of talks and a lot of plans. And I think I'm clear about what I'm doing this round, but I think there are other people that are less clear about what their plan is going forward. So I just hope that we don't end up with someone else crying.
Well, in that case, what you would have liked last tribal council, would you do that for those players this tribal council? Would you be perhaps more direct in who you're wanting those people to vote for?
I think the conversations that were had prior to this tribal council should be enough to inform them. And that's all I'm willing to say at this point. But yeah, like just to touch on a couple of the other things, like from the touchy subjects, like if Pauline was a man, would she be called the goat? Or is she playing silently and strategically? And if Lauren was a man, would she be, being called out for, being the sort of top dog and calling the shots and everything? I mean, maybe, but if that's her game, I don't think she has any other choice but to own it and keep going and win the challenges and be vocal. It's I don't think that you appreciate how much harder it is to play as a woman. I don't think any of you do. It's so, I'm not saying that you're not emotional, but it feels so much more emotional. It's so much harder, especially, we've seen all of these, seasons of Survivor and, where the women just go out one by one. It's happening literally right now on TV. And it's horrible. And it makes playing so much harder. And I think that's what I've realised is that I think that's why I'm crying all the time. I'm realising it is so much harder. I think it is harder for us.
We did see, obviously, pre-merge, all but one woman was voted out. So do you think there is credence to what Bethany is saying when she says these things?
Absolutely. I think as a woman playing this game, you do have that extra burden on you. If you want to come out here and be strong, if you want to come out here and make decisions and try to lead, you're seen as, a bitch or, just bossy or something. But men don't get those labels ever. They get strategic and, competitive,
strong,
yeah.
Great gameplay.
Yeah. So I just think there's definitely, you make a good point, and I feel it too, and I'm sure these lovely ladies feel it as well. And look at the jury, all men. So if, say, we go to the end with a man, I'm not saying, that's how the votes will go, but a lot of the times when, especially recent seasons that we've seen, men have taken most of, or if not all of the votes over a woman. So it's definitely something to consider.
So with that, it is time to vote. Obviously, Sab, you do have the immunity necklace. You cannot be voted for. Everyone else is fair game. Oscar, you're up first.
Loz, it's you or me. I hope to God you don't have an idol.
I hope Eden and Bethany see the light.
All right, I'll go count the votes. All right, if anyone does have an idol and would like to play it, this would be the time to do so. All right, I'll read the votes. First vote, Loz. Second vote, Loz. Oscar. Oscar, we're tied. 2 votes Loz, 2 votes Oscar. Loz, that's 3 votes Loz, 2 votes Oscar. 10th person voted out And the 5th member of the jury, Loz. Loz, bring us your torch. Very well played, but the tribe has spoken. Thank you so much.
Well, we're now at final 6. Alliances are obviously shifting, so how are you going to find a clear path to the end? Head on out and we'll see you shortly.
How do I feel after just getting voted off? Cranky, frustrated, disappointed. I've been dreaming for 22 years of playing Survivor. You can't explain what it means to get a chance to play at any level, in any way, shape or form. Just to have gotten to play.
Well, as you've been a really good ally and a good friend throughout this competition, I think it's you or me right now, so I'm going to try and jump ship.
I mean, I saved Eden and Bethany numerous times I saved them when we could have cut them loose at any point. So if either of them are in the final 2, they won't be getting my vote.
Loz, you are genuinely the most amazing, special people I think I've ever met. You're phenomenal at this game. You are a superstar, and I really appreciate everything you do to help pick me up off the bottom.
Sabrina is playing the best game of those 6, without a doubt. She is the only one still playing a game. Whoever sits next to Pauline, I'll probably vote for Pauline because she needs milk-free, egg-free, kiwi fruit-free, gluten-free, butter-free, seafood-free, peanut-free, nut-free, anaphylactic food, and I'm sure that's very expensive, so she probably needs $200. So I hope you win, Pauline.